knew at that point this is going to be different. Austin is going to be an awesome town, and I know I could do some stuff. Hello, KK. Hello, KK. You won't be my lady. Well, that's okay. But just do these things. I started playing in 2009, but the first time I heard about it was in high school, sometime like 2004, and it was just very random that local college, ECU, East Carolina University, had a course around it. And they have a team still, but yeah, just a couple of my band friends were like, yeah, we went out and played. It was awesome. It's like, whatever. 2009, after I was in the Navy for a couple of years, one of my buddies was like, let's go to Balboa Park, let's go to Morley Field. You gotta check this out, it's disc golf. He had tape on his fingers. He had all these different discs. I rented a disc from Morley Field, and I was like, rent a disc? Is this a bowling alley? It was an awesome course, to say the least, back then, and it just gets better every year. And on like the 7th hole, he hits a black ace. So I don't know if that's the correct term. He hit an ace on the wrong hole, and he was like, well, I owe you all a case of beer now. I'm like, wow, this game is awesome. So after San Diego, you know, I had my daughter Holland, bringing her to Morley Field and stuff when she was little. That's, you know, a given. Had to have the baby out there, 3 months old, heating up formula bottles in the pro shop and stuff, and just making sure I get my reps in. Kiefer came along after that, so he got the same treatment. He was a disc golf baby out on the course. A couple years after that, we had to uproot, moved to Phoenix, and that's a whole nother different thing. Disc golf out there is huge, and you better have some good plastic because there's lots of rocks. There for 9 months, and like another storm across, we just go straight to Texas and hit Houston up. And the first course I play is this little course called Miramar, I believe. Miramar, I think in Seabrook. I lost a brand new F2 Prodigy disc. Oh man, so nice. Spent hours, probably an hour, looking for it, and found like 3 other discs. Not that disc. All the other courses in Houston are a lot better than that one, but it was humbling in my very early disc golf career. After that, the first MidRange Monday started off at Friendswood Disc Golf Course at 1776 Park, and we had 9 baskets. No, I think we had like 7 baskets at that time. And we did the 2 times around, and that was fun. But what we had is everybody practicing warm-ups on hole 1, and it was getting popular. So people during the mini time were, you know, just warming up on that one basket. I'm like, man, this isn't right. Like, I've seen practice baskets at every other course. Let's do something about it. That switches to RJ at Phase 1 Disc Golf, and that's Southside Houston Disc Golf. He had MidRange May, and it was a 2 disc challenge. I was like, man, people need a throw because 1776 was similar to Wells Branch with like probably a little bit more poison ivy because it's Houston, right? And people should be throwing mid-ranges here to stay out of the woods, stay in the fairways, keep it nice and easy, disc golf. And I was like, let's do MidRange Monday. It was just play on, you know, alliteration. And it worked. People liked it. It's a slow start, but people started donating CTPs. They were like, yeah, I can get behind this. Let's get a practice basket. Corey's Bicycle Shop, back then it was still open, and he was like, I'm on board. Let me help you get it. He actually at the end helped out a lot, and he gave a little bit of money himself to make sure that practice basket got in the ground, and that was awesome. There's a couple other things that happened, but fast forward to I had to move to Austin eventually. We got more jobs. We're chasing the money train, trying to raise our family, and Austin is where we ended up. And that's when I met Chris Lee out at Wells Branch. Just like came running up to me like I freaking knew him, and I'm like, and he's like, "What's up, man? How's it going? I just saw you throw the disc. You got to come throw with us." And accepted us. Me and my son Kiefer were out there with open arms, and it's like had a redhead picture. You got to get the redhead picture in with Chris, and that was the beginning. Just showing up to Goomba rounds. I was still playing TC rounds. That was the very beginning. I remember seeing, oh man, the first time I saw Hadley at TC, it was so magical. His beard was flowing and dancing in the wind, and then it was just awesome. Yeah, I remember all that, and I just knew at that point this is going to be different. Austin is going to be an awesome town, and I know I could do some stuff. And you see all, what was it? You see all the different schools out here actually have some courses on the campus. And Summit Elementary had a couple of baskets out there already. And I'm going out there, and what do I find as I'm playing some field practice myself? I found a Dude's Dubs disc. I'm like, what? I know what this is. This is a gem. Like, what's going on? And I found out, I think it was Cooper. Coop donated some discs. One of the dads donated some of the Dude's Dubs discs. I'm like, well, wait, it was like a River or maybe something even more overstable. Just kind of a big disc. And heavy, 175. And I'm thinking, well, they could do better than that. They can get a Buzz or something, or a Rock. I think we can do something about this. And that's when it was like, bing, MidRange Monday could be a kid's fundraiser. It just like dawned in my head. And that's when I wanted to get all these kids discs and start just getting clinics and try to get it a part of the curriculum. And I was like, wow, this could be awesome for my kids, and maybe they'll actually like disc golf. Hopefully they do, because the teachers will explain it to them better than I can, because I'm not a teacher. But so I start asking Chris, and sometimes people have a hesitation that kind of like, even if you ask them and they say yes, it's kind of like it's still that seed that they plant in your head that makes you think, maybe I could do it with somebody else. There was never that with Chris. As soon as I said, I want to do this, he was like, when can we do it? I'm here for you. We're going to do this. And that was the electricity that just, he's an electric guy. He lit me up, and that was it. That's all I needed to just go ahead and keep on trying every Monday. People showing up, people not showing up. We started every Monday making little graphics for the Facebook, just trying to get a couple CTPs, giving away a Gucci plastic that I just had in my closet, just trying to get people out to donate, and it worked. People just keep on coming, and that's where I was like, wow, this is starting to get big. And then a year later, it's twice, almost 3 times as big. And I'm like, it still feels small to me. It still feels like the beginning, and it's just getting more and more momentum because of the locals, because of the marketing that we do for ourselves in our own groups that sometimes does reach out to the other athletics. They appreciate, the effort that we put out, just like we do any other sport. So it's like magic. Grow the sport. The culture has been saying grow the sport because of how much we want recognition for all the hard work, I think, that a lot of companies put out there that aren't, like, specifically TV. I think a lot of Joe Mez could definitely run a program. Just a disc golf channel, Joe Mez channel, on any network TV and make millions and help out the whole disc golf community. I feel like they could do it by themselves. What they have now, I don't think it would be a problem at all. So I think grow the sport is give the recognition to people that have been out there and show the way for the people that are still trying to get to that tier, to that level of excellence. The amateurs, the young pros like Big Irish. So they've responded huge, and it's every single time I meet a new person and I tell them, most of the times they already know about Edge at least, and it's all yes, all I get is head nods. Yes, this is it. This is what we need, just to see these better players, Streeta sisters, Michael Doty. I mean, I'm naming kids that we know as Texans out here, and this is still our side. So this is people throughout the nation are doing this. So it's gonna be huge. All right. So why for me was I had just really gotten out of the Navy and was lost pretty much all my brothers and family because I was leaving. I was like, not my actual blood family, but these are people I work, side by side with on a naval vessel that is very serious work sometimes, and sometimes it, like, you get that fear bond with a couple of people and you have fun and party, and then you just quit a job and you just leave them. And it was going to the disc golf course and my first club, the Morley Locos, that really started to bring me back to, like, just an awesome kind of kinship between friends, between, like, like-minded people that just wanted to succeed at something. And it just so happened to be we were throwing plates of plastic. We would make shirts. Grace would make shirts for us. The guy that pretty much ran a bunch of the stuff, and nighttime minis and just fun stuff. So wherever I went, I just kind of knew from then on, because there was other groups that you join afterwards. I just got lucky to meet them first, and you just keep on looking for like-minded people, and you just find a way to release all that steam. I could go out and be just kind of like, this is pre-COVID talk, but I could just go out with kind of like a stomach ache and a headache and just not feeling good and go play disc golf, and it would go away. You would just feel better. You would just, like, breathing oxygen, have fun getting around, and I'd like to say disc golf is a metaphor for life, where you really get what you give. People say you need to work hard at, earning money to get a good living. Well, you need to work hard at putting to get a good score. You need to work hard at getting your form down to get a good drive. Those are just blatant examples. You need to work hard at not being distracted at different things on the course to make sure your disc golf game is consistent. That's like the bigger stuff. But really, it's just fun to be around people that want to do the same stuff as you and strive hard to do it. And luckily enough, Goombas are them. They want to party really hard, but they also want to shoot really low. They like to compete. MidRange Monday is kind of low entry fee is a good, like when you're starting out competing, especially if you're already looking for like a sport that is not going to cost you a bunch, it's nice to have just a couple bucks on the table to make it feel, if you're that kind of competitive person, to be a little competitive, but not so competitive that you can't eat for the rest of the week. We're not gambling like high stakes poker here. We're just playing some disc golf, having some fun, and then even the Goombas take it a step further, and they're asking for a little bit of an annual thing, I think, but that's, for hardcore Goombas. So I don't think they tell them no, though. I don't think if you show up and you're brand new and you win, you get a Goombuck. If you're lucky. Some of them I think are a little bit smaller, more tight knit, so they're kind of like protective of their ace spots and their tags. Nobody likes a tag thief where they just come and steal your tag and run off. Tags kind of got ruined for me a while back. People just don't wanna. They win one and everybody knows the story. You never see them again. We get a group of people that want to have a ranking system, and the way I've always had it is, say you have 100 people, you get 100 tags. You can play off for the first tag. Best score gets the lowest, worst score gets the biggest, and everybody in between falls suit and gets 1, 2, 3 from their scores. And then you get to keep it, to put it on your keychain. And I think it's a good reminder of where you've been. Some people are saying it's like a constellation prize, a participation trophy. No, I think the Poison Ivy is a participation trophy enough. I think those are actual trophies of telling you, like, even if you did get dead last, guess what? You showed up and you got that tag on the last day. I think TD should just hold on to the tags.
My lady, well that's okay. But just do these things I ask of you, and then my lady, it will be you. You gotta hold my heart. My gentle lips, a gentle kiss. You gotta hold my hand. A girl's wearing it. You gotta do your hair so the other boys stare. My big old lips, a gentle kiss. Gotta hold my hand. Cause we're a pair. You gotta do your hair so the other boys say, hello, KK. Hello, KK. You won't be my lady. Well, that's okay. Just do those things I ask of you.